Well, week 15 of football season 2025-26 is officially over. We had some crazy games this week. Starting off this week was an interesting fixture between Barcelona and Atlético Madrid. It was an important game from both the teams, as one of the teams had to quote chance to go on the top of the table, and Barcelona won that game comfortably by 3-0. It was a tough fixture for Barcelona. The scoreline was 3-1, and it was a good game for Barcelona. Tough game, but they made the 3 points. On to the next game. In the Premier League, Manchester City faced Leeds United. It was a blockbuster game, probably the game of the season, already delivered for Manchester City and Leeds United. The scoreline was 5-4. Phil Foden scored a brace, and it looks like Phil Foden is back in his original form, just like the 2023-24 season, where we won the PFA Player of the Season award. On to the next match in LaLiga. We had on the next day Real Madrid versus Athletic Bilbao. For Real Madrid, it was an important match as they have been dropping points recently, and it was an important game for them to not drop the points, and they did not. They win the game comfortably by 3-0, where Kylian Mbappe, who is in excellent form this season, scored 2 goals, whereas Camavinga provided 1 goal. Trent Alexander-Arnold, who later got injured in the game, gave an assist, and Carreras also gave an assist, resulting in a 3-0 comfortable Real Madrid win. Talking about the Premier League, we had some good fixtures in Premier League also, where Liverpool took on Sunderland, playing a 1-1 draw. Liverpool looks like a little bit confused. They have good players, but their manager Arne Slot looked like he's a little bit confused about his tactics. Mo Salah, which was an interesting point to talk in this match, was dropped once again, but later brought out in 45 minutes of the game. Florian Wirtz was unsuccessful in registering a goal and assist in 14 matches of the Premier League, came close to scoring a goal, but it was resulted in an own goal. Liverpool looked vulnerable once again in this match, but at Anfield, I think they will be little bit disappointed with this result, but they will be little bit happy also, as they got a point after such poor run of games. It was a 1-1 draw between Liverpool and Sunderland. Talking about the next game, Chelsea versus Leeds United, and the Leeds United beat Chelsea comfortably. It was a slapping session for Chelsea, where they get humiliated by 3-1. Looks like this Chelsea squad is not enough for winning the title, as you have to rotate your squad once in a week, as you have to play Champions League football also. Chelsea lately had in a good form. They beat Barcelona, they drew to Arsenal. A 10-man Chelsea team drew to Arsenal. We all were expecting that they will beat Leeds comfortably, but the Leeds, who were close to beat Man City, they beat comfortably Chelsea. And Arsenal, who have been so good lately, but a little bit shaky last week against Chelsea, they continued their good form. However, their both centre backs, Gabriel and Saliba, were injured, but they managed to took out the game comfortably. But there is some bad news for Arsenal, as their another centre back, Mosquera, is injured. It will be a little bit concerning for Arsenal, as they have to go to the Villa Park next week and face Aston Villa. But I think Arsenal, in this run of form, it will be a manageable game for Arsenal. Let's see what happens next week. And the United game is still remaining. It is today in the late night, maybe 1 p.m. the United game, and they have the chance to go up in the table. Talking about the Crystal Palace game, they beat 1-0, where Munoz scored the goal. It was in mediocre performance for Palace. They did not do their best, but was not their worst also. It was a mediocre performance. Whereas talking about Brighton versus Aston Villa, it was a 4-3 thriller game once again. It was a nice game for Aston Villa. However, their goalkeeper Emilio Martinez was injured, but they still managed to get the 3 points from Brighton. And the game week 15 was concluded this way, where we got a lot of thriller matches. My game of the week was Manchester City versus Fulham. It was a 9-goal thriller, and my player for the week was Phil Foden and Kylian Mbappe, who both scored brace and carried their team to the victory. And yeah, this much for today's video. We'll come up with the review and preview of next game week. We have a lot of games in Saturday, so yeah, tune in for those and drop a like and comment, and don't forget to subscribe.